to this tutorial on project backup and transfer. There are often lots of issues with unpacking a copy bundle file. Nonetheless, I do show how to create a copy bundle file, and then I move on to show you how to unpack that. So you need that to transfer your project to a different computer, and creating a copy bundle file, that's the part of backing up your project, and just on needs basis that you unpack it if something goes wrong wherever. The issue of unpacking the copy bundle file is related, or the problems related to that is that little red box that shows up, and then people get confused and cry for help what they should do next. So I hope this video tutorial is going to shed light on that, and that you can in the future unpack your copy bundle files quick and easy and be done with that in about 30 seconds. So this video is probably going to longer than how long it will take you to unpack the bundle file. So now let's move into ATLAS.ti and I show you how it works. So here we are in ATLAS.ti. I have opened up a project, and now let's just save a backup copy of that. So if you have done some work, of course the first step would be save. If you try the save as copy bundle file option and you haven't saved, Atlas will remind you that you should save your up-to-date version, and then you can click on save copy bundle file. I've showed this already in the project setup video, so in case you wonder, but there I didn't show how to unpack a file. So here you can deselect some files if you don't want to pack all of them. So now it says 7 documents will be bundled and a total of 3 will be excluded, but let's just keep all of the documents. It gives you the size of the bundled file, that you know what you bundle. Up to 2 gigabytes, it's not an issue. You can bundle that, and there's also no issues in unpacking the bundle. If you have a larger project, we recommend to create partial bundle files, and I also show you how that works. So I now click on create bundle, and that's it, basically. So you have to choose a destination, not a definition. And I just put it here into my material for the companion website. There's a sample project already. Now we add this one here as well, and I click on the save button now. It's slightly off my screen, so now you can see it. It's German, but it will be in the language of your Windows package. And it says copy bundle finished and saved. So that's that bit. If you want to create a partial bundle file, you basically open the PDoc manager, highlight the files you want to pack, and right click, data source management, and there is an option to bundle selected PDs. Now just here at the corner. So we click on bundle selected files, and it will tell us that we'll only bundle these. Just can't remember now, but P1 to P6. I'm just saying that now. So just pay attention to what you bundle, and then you can write it here. So if you unpack the partial bundle file, then people always wonder why they do get all of these other documents as well. Well, what you pack in the bundle file is your HU file. That's your project file that has all the linkages and has all entries. So the HU file knows that parts of this project are also these case-based data, plus these block data on the issue on children and happiness. And what you also pack in the copy bundle file in addition to your HU file are the documents. So if we create a partial bundle file, the HU won't forget that these documents are in the original HU. It will only bundle these source files. So if you unpack the partial bundle file, you see the whole list of all documents, but you can only load these documents that are in the bundle. So all documents that if you have not included in, you then of course on a different computer, then you can't load these documents. If I would unbundle the partial bundle on this computer, well, it would work because it can still pack up on the documents because they are here. Well, they actually are in the HU. That's so it of course it does have all these documents in there. We can't exclude those because they're in the HU, but it has excluded those documents here. So the image files and here one duplication. So those are not in. So all the externally linked documents or the library documents need to be packed. And of course the case-based data, it's a survey import, are imported into the HU and they will be in there. And I pay attention to that when I unpack to point out that we actually have 38 documents in this project, but it's not going to unpack 38 because it only has 38 minus 24 documents with this as a survey data that are linked to the HU file. So these are all issues that come up, so people are concerned that why it's not unpacking those files. Well, it doesn't have to pack these files because they're included already. So that's the bit on unpacking the files. And let me just close this. I have noted unit, so we start out with an empty project and now I unpack the already packed file. So I go to project, unpack, copy bundle, go to my folder where I packed it, and it's now reading the files and coming up with that window. This project actually has been created on this computer under C uses and LA. It's my username for this laptop is local administrator, and under this long path here. So that path does exist. So I get a yellow box, not a red one. Later on I unpack one that is red, so we have that phenomenon. And as I have been unpacking the files already, there exists already on my computer, it says 0 documents will be unbundled. But nothing to worry about because these files do already all exist on my computer. So Atlas checks while unpacking the bundle file that the files are already there, and then it doesn't have to unpack these files again. So it only will tell you it's unpacking X number of files if the documents are not included on your computer. So that's the case if you transfer a project for the first time to a different computer. But now I actually don't want to have that project in this folder. I want to unpack it somewhere else. I want to unpack it to my to this folder, material for the companion website, and I also want to indicate that's my project. I want to continue to work on that. So this is always what you do if you, for example, work with a team, that you enter your initials or your name. So then you work on a duplication of the project. So now I say save, and now I choose a folder where that project didn't exist, so that button turns green. And I say unbundle. And now the entire project is unpacked. I see all documents. I can also load on all documents because of course they have been existing on this computer already. And that's it, basically. So let me try to look for a file that has been packed on a different computer. So here's one that I have created earlier on a different computer, and it has a different username. So if I unpack that file, I get that red box, because this file has been created on my old laptop, and that laptop wasn't called local administrator, it was called Susanna. And that path, C user Susanna, cannot be created on my computer. So that's why this is red. And we will see here HU will not be unbundled. And oftentimes people don't read these text here. It does explain what you need to do. The original path for this HU cannot be created on this computer. So please select a target folder on an existing drive using the folder button next to the HU path above. So this is explained, but often not seen or not read. So if you get that, click on that folder icon. And usually I recommend that in any case, unless you're sure you want to unpack it into that existing folder. So if you transfer a project back and forth quite often, then you of course always want to unpack in the existing folder. Yeah, but pay attention where this HU is unpacked to. Just don't let Atlas just unpack your file, even if that button is not red, or it's not a button, it's a box. Yeah, if it says yellow, well, then the path can be created. And it's, on some computers, some computers would actually allow to create this path on their computer. Then you have my path on your computer. You're probably never ever gonna find your HU again because you're not even aware that this path is existing on your computer. So do yourself a favor, check that path. Oh, this is where I want my HU to be. Then it's fine, you can unpack. Otherwise, always click on that folder button and select a path where you know this is where my HUs are, this is my project folder, and this is where I want to unpack it. So I'm just renaming it now to English exercises, exercise 1 actually it is. And so the copy bundle file always uses the name of your project when you pack it. And so this happened to be a German name for that project. But while you unpack, you can always rename it. So again, not zero documents will be unbundled because here it says a total of 5 documents are excluded because identical files already exist. So Atlas wants to avoid duplication of files or unnecessarily unpacking files. That's why it checks. So it's doing you a favor actually. So don't be confused about that. It's actually nice to you. And now to click on unbundle, you unpack that coding exercise. And well, if you want to do the coding exercise, yeah, this is the one on how to create subcategories, I think. Yeah, it has lots of codes with high frequencies, and now you can get going developing subcategories. So that was it. That's how it works to create a copy bundle file, how to unpack a copy bundle file, to transfer projects back and forth. Good luck with your work, with your unpacking, and I hope I don't see you again in the on or in or whatever help desk asking about that red box and what to do about it. See you next time in another tutorial. Bye bye.